Yeah. All right, guys. How's it going? Welcome to the, after hours version of some nerd stuff.
Word.
How are y'all doing? My name. I don't even know. I got too far ahead of myself. So I'm your host, Jared, joined by my co-host, Alan,
What's going on?
and we are joined today by our best friend, homie Beans, Helena.
Hello.
So, how are you guys doing today?
Chilling, man.
Well, that's the fact that we got drunk together last night.
Yeah,
but,
and I think Beans is still hungover.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, that was.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's always like fun of those nights where you think it's just gonna be a simple night, and then Beans pulls out 3 wine bottles
No,
and
deaf
pours
facts,
out
bro.
some shots and it's like, all right, let's go. Like we never even got to the seltzers, which you forgot by the way.
Oh my god.
I knew she was gonna forget.
I knew it as soon as I
Trash.
opened the door and I just saw her and I was like, oh, okay, well, hello.
There's nothing in her hands. Interesting.
Sorry, guys. I was gonna bring the wine too, and I forgot.
It's okay.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
You can say that for next time.
Yeah, yeah. So, anybody watch anything good lately? Any new
I
shows?
just watched The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, you're all caught up.
Yeah,
I haven't caught up with the new season.
And I just finished the first season.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, it's so good,
Amazing.
bro.
If you are out there and you have
Alfred,
not watched The Handmaid's
damn.
Tale, please help yourself and just start
it's
watching
mad good, bro. They do some fucked up shit.
it. Yeah.
No. There's no spoiler alert, that one episode when when they hung her wife
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
right in front of her. That
Right in
shit,
fr- that
was
shit.
some fucked up shit. I was like, damn.
You know why I like it? Because it's like, it's a dystopian kind of Game of Thrones, where it's like Game of Thrones, like, you didn't know what was going to happen week to week. Like, nobody's really ever safe in this world.
That's
And that's
right.
the same thing with The Handmaid's Tale. Like nobody's ever safe. Like, so it's just, like, so good. Like, it's so good to have, a show that's, like, it's so good, and you get into it, and then you're more into it knowing that it's, like, any character I love, like, anything could happen at any minute.
Word.
And it's just great having, like,
It's a
being
good
on
show.
that
It's on
edge.
Hulu. Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 seasons.
Yeah,
4
4
seasons.
seasons. We're on season 5.
But I think it's not season 5
It's
now.
on-
no.
It's season 4.
Yeah.
But
this
it-
is
Oh, we're on
four.
season 4?
Yeah. Is it coming out every week? Like a new episode?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is?
It's a
Okay,
weekly show. Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Cool.
Yeah, season 4.
Well, now that I got my new fucking iPhone, I got my Apple TV Plus free for a year.
Yeah.
So
I got it too. It's late.
yeah,
I started watching Defending Jacob. I have to get back into it, but I started watching Handmaid's Tale too.
yeah.
And I also did watch the first episode of The Morning Show, which I thought was really good as well.
I didn't start that. I keep forgetting.
You got to.
I keep forgetting too. That's why I haven't got over
Like,
it.
if you love Steve
Yeah.
Carell and you're like somebody out there who's a fan of Steve Carell from The Office, like you have to check this out
Bro,
because
it's
such
The Office
a.
and Friends coming together.
That's what I'm saying, and it's such a different role for him that it's just so awesome to see him in something where it's like he doesn't have to be the funny guy. Like
It's a straight drama. I
Yeah.
know.
Well, I actually started the first 2 episodes of that show Ted Lasso that's on there
I heard
with
that show
Jason
is very,
Sudeikis.
very good. Yeah.
I haven't been on Apple TV in like
Yo,
a minute.
Yeah.
I really recommend. Like, I thought
I
it
heard
was,
that show was really good.
yeah, I didn't know anything about it, so I literally just put on the first episode. And so the premise of the show, like, literally sets up in the first 5 minutes, is Ted Lasso is like this guy who coached a football team to like winning the championship, and nobody expected it. So then, this woman who basically like. I think she like divorcing her man.
Is it like a kids football team or something, or like
No, it's like an actual
yeah.
soccer football team, like in your like an official
okay.
team.
Oh, okay.
So they hire him to be the new coach, and basically the wife's doing it because she's like, I want the team to go to shit. I want to make what my husband built fail. So she hires Jason Sudeikis, expecting him to suck, and he's just like this. He's one of those characters, kind of like Michael, where it's like he's just so purely good, even though he says some
things
stupid
just work
shit.
out for some reason.
Yeah, where it's like you actually want to see him succeed, and he ends up doing somewhat of a good job. At least, like I said, I'm only 2 episodes in, and they're getting ready to do season 2. But it's just one of those shows that's like it's not overly dramatic. It's not over your head comedy. Like it's just one of those shows that you watch and you feel good watching it. Like, and Jason Sudeikis just like. He's just so lovable as like this like
I love him.
this country idiot who's just like mad optimistic.
He's
like,
so funny, man.
like my favorite thing in the first episode was like no spoilers, but it's like he's like meeting with like a bunch of British people, and he's like oh, would you want some tea? And he's like, oh sure, and drinks the tea, and he's like oh well, no, that's exactly what I thought it was. That's terrible. I will never drink that again. No, thank you. Like he just shits on their culture in like the funniest ways. So I recommend it. It's a pretty good show.
Yeah, never check it out.
Yeah. Other than that, though, how you guys, week been of, as much as we are here to talk entertainment, we all did work a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. This being young and working is just not a great mix.
know.
Yeah, I don't know who said being an adult is cool, because this sucks. Like, I hate it, bro.
Yeah.
Being an adult is whack.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought I would be able to do whatever I want, and I can't.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because they don't tell you at a young age that you gotta pay for everything you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, everything costs money.
Yeah, that's like what the one annoying thing is, like working with like, it's like I recently got another job and at night, and I work with like a lot of I work usually at 11 o'clock. A lot of the minors can't work past 10, but I work with like a decent amount of kids who are 17, 18. They're about to graduate high school, and it's just so crazy. Like this one kid came up to me yesterday, like, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you tired from?" Like,
Facts.
like when I was your
class?
age, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, you sat in a classroom and fell asleep. Like, I had to get up and go work and then come here and do more work with you. Like, I just find it so crazy that it's like now we're in that position that when we were 22, like when we were 20, 19 years old, we made fun of like John White and Rich and all them for being older. Like, we're now the old niggas.
I know.
And it's just so. It's just so crazy to now look at young kids and be like, what? That's where my optimism and hope went. Like, it was there, and then adulting just beat it the fuck out of me.
That's a fact, bro.
It's just it's so crazy to, like, see, like, these young people have, like, such, like, high hopes on life, and I'm just like, yo, life's about to fuck you so hard.
Literally, I feel like after 21,
It's just
right down the hill. Yep.
Because now, like, at this point, it's like, after you turn 21, it's like, the goal is to get to 21. Then you get to 21, and then everything after that's just like, oh, I'm old now.
Yeah, exactly.
And then every year that goes by, you're just like, oh, wait, I'm older. Oh, where's my cane? Where's my wheelchair? Like, I'm done. Like,
I'm gonna be 25 in 2 weeks, and I'm not gonna front. It's scaring the shit out of me. Like,
25?
I know.
Ew.
I know.
yeah, it does freak me out in the sense of, like this was crazy. Like, when you really think about the whole span of life, it's like 25 isn't old. Like, I'm still mad young.
It's mad young.
But when you hear 25, you're also like, oh shit, I'm about to leave this decade in my 30s. We're not leaving the decade 30. Like, my sister's leaving the decade turning 30. We're gonna be in our 30s. Like, that's just fucking weird to me.
That's facts. You know, it's made me feel even older. Now I'm starting to like lose all the new lingo that's coming out. I don't know if you've seen the sheesh thing. I don't get that.
Sheesh?
Yeah, there's like some niggas put their hands on their elbow. They go sheesh. It's like some big thing. It's like the new lingos and bussing.
Oh
and,
yeah, or when they're like this.
I don't get that. Like what? I don't understand it. Like
yeah, I don't know what the fuck anything.
That's what I'm talking about.
Said,
exactly, because we old. That's why you don't understand.
Yeah, or what I also find funny though is because I noticed it a few times, like right at my new job, like I see some people trying to do like those like old ghetto Middletown handshake. So like the ones that people would try to do at Menacing would be like, and they do like all that weird shit, and they do all that shit with like their thumbs and shit, their pinkies and shit. And I'm just like, I just find it funny though, like looking at young kids doing it is like. Oh, you think that like that's new? like I knew gangbangers doing that when I was in middle school.
Where do you think you learned that from? Us, nigga.
But I just love how like growing up, it's like the people who did that were like the people you were afraid of, and now I'm looking at like 17-year-olds of like, oh, you think you're cool for doing that? Like again, like I know gangbangers that were doing that in middle school.
That's a fact though. Damn. You know, I bet these kids don't even draw like. Remember those?
The S's.
Yeah. How do you know I was gonna say that?
Because I was just thinking the same thing.
Hey, y'all on the same frequency.
High five.
Yeah,
bro.
I used to draw them like on the bus windows and everything. Like.
Oh, so you were the motherfucker that drawing on the bus. Like I see that shit everywhere. You were like, when I see it in people's notebooks, I'm like, oh, I did the same shit. But then I don't see it like as graffiti somewhere. I'm like, yo, who the fuck did that one? That's dope.
That's
like,
mad nice though. It'd be mad straight and shit.
Word.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I fucking blew my mind. You dead read my mind just now, bro. Like,
that's so crazy. You guys like literally
dead.
But I was like, nah.
You dead just read my mind. That's crazy, bro.
But hey, look at the bright side, guys. We're already in May.
Year.
We're only basically 2 months away from shit being open.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Summer's about to be open, baby.
The bars themselves in New York City just opened on Monday.
Yeah,
so
I've been seeing like they're really really cool now. Like there's so many like hookah lounges now.
Yeah.
I made a list of places that I want us to go in the city.
Okay.
Ooh, bet.
I work there.
I already guarantee. I guarantee like there's at least 3 we've already been to.
Mm-hmm.
At least 3. But other than that, though,
I guess I'm gonna promote myself. If you guys are in New York City, stop by Ted's and visit me and give me money. Thank you.
yeah, Ted's Montana Grill. Ask for Alan Garcia.
Facts.
To be your server. He'll
just
hook you guys up.
You don't gotta eat.
Just give me money.
Just
come and give me money. And leave.
You can say hi. I'll take a photo with you, I guess. But like, that's the most.
But yeah, you gotta start promoting yourself. You know what I mean?
We broke out here.
Yeah. I think this is going to be probably like the most. I think this is going to probably be the craziest summer in America. I really think it, or at least in New York. I think this is going to be the crazy.
Well, now things are
because now, but it's opening up right on June 1st, right when the summer's really starting, or July 1st. Yeah. So it's like right when the mid-summer,
right before 4th of July weekend. Like that's some shit.
Oh my! I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, shit opens up right before 4th of July.
Yo, that weekend's gonna be fucking crazy.
Where if you thought your neighbors were annoying putting fireworks the day after, nigga, we gonna be putting fireworks for a week after.
It's gonna be Vietnam for a whole week.
Or, like, it's so crazy to think that, like, cause think of everything. Like, we've all been inside for a fucking year. We all spent last summer inside or, like, with each other social distancing. Mm. So you got the fact that shit's opening back up. Weed is now illegal in New York. You know, like... And again, like, just that buildup of, like, this is it. Like, we're about to fucking go nuts. Like, I don't get... Look, I got my 2 shots. I'm good to go. I don't give a fuck. No mask. I'm going everywhere. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Honestly, I hate even wearing my mask now. Like, sometimes I really want to rip that shit off and put my card out.
At first, I was like, this isn't that bad. Like, people are being dramatic. But now I'm like...
Yeah, I only liked it during the wintertime when it was cold outside.
Oh, yeah, because you keep your face warm. But now,
now it's hot outside. That shit gets
and then
so
working,
hot.
And then working with fast food where it's like, I'm already sweating in there. Like, bro, like, literally, I walked in... When I went to work yesterday, I literally went into work at 6. By 6:20, I was literally covered in sweat.
Same, me too. Like,
so, and I'm like, I'm barely able to... And, you know, I'm also a smoker, which isn't good. So, I had to keep... You know, I can barely breathe under my shit as it is. So... there's so many times where I just want to pull my card out and take the mask off. Like, fuck, what are you going to tell me? What are you going to tell me? I'm safe. You're endangering me. Oh my god. So I think this is going to be a dope summer, guys.
It's fun.
Like, I think this is the closest we're going to get to, like, summer 2016 vibes.
Yeah.
Like, summer 2016 was it.
For no reason.
But and at first I thought it was just us, but then I started seeing like the memes people putting up of like somebody put a meme of like a roller coaster and it was like summer 2016 everything since, and it's like, yeah, like why was summer 2016 so fucking
everything about 2016 was lit, but it was when and people keep saying it too, when Harambe died, that's when society started that's when everything started going down.
Now if you really think about it, Tony Stark died and then nothing was ever the same. Mm-hmm. Tony's died and then that was it. Like, but that's so crazy to even think, like, we're now... But it's kind of crazy to think that, like, we're now past the year mark of, like, the pandemic. Where it's, like...
Word, bro.
Like, you know, because, like, think about it. Like,
I went 400 days from not working.
But it's even weird. But even think about, like, back in February, January, it's like, all right, if you went back a year on the clock, like, shit was still open. Everything was fine. Like, nothing was different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's so crazy to think that we're now thinking, like, a year ago from right now, we were all at home. I didn't have a job. We were quarantining. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. Me and Alan are FaceTiming each other every night, smoking and drinking like together because we can't actually be together.
I've never smoked so much in my life.
Yeah.
Quarantine started.
Like, it's just so crazy to think that like we're now at the point where like shit's opening up, so we're like getting close to getting out of this shit. But to think like a year ago right now, like we were in a fucking panic. Like even like George Floyd didn't even happen yet. Like, you know, like the crazy shit. Think about how much shit, like what I just said. Like George Floyd didn't even happen yet. Like a year ago. Yeah. So it's like to think of all the crazy shit that's happened in just a year span, like, and then people from the older generations really want to look at us as if we're the crazy ones. Mm-hmm. Like, look at all we've experienced. Like,
I really thought this whole thing would last like 2 weeks.
Everybody did, even I did. I thought it was gonna last.
Really?
I thought it was gonna last maybe a month, 2 months.
Like
tops.
maybe the summer.
Really?
I thought 2 months tops. I definitely think it's gonna last like more than 2 years. Like,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, when the second this shit happened, they put us on. No, when they put us all in lockdown and said y'all can't go out, I was in fear that we would still be in lockdown right now. I think the fact that we're somewhat opening right now is, to me, like the biggest blessing. Mm-hmm. Because, I don't know, maybe because like I'm also like a big documentary head, so like I've read a lot about, like I've watched, like, because my grandfather, the one you met, my mom's dad, literally like how like our dads always have ESPN on, my grandfather always has a History Channel on. So like just knowing like the history of things like the Spanish flu, shit like that, and how much like we're more capable of like in terms of technology of putting awareness out there, I knew that the second this happened, I was like, we're probably not even when we open in 2 months, I don't think the shit's gonna really be back to the way we knew life as it was until maybe end of 2022.
I don't think it ever will. I think everybody's mindset has been changed from.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the mind. I'm talking about in terms of like we're actually able to
like
live life like where you don't have to wear a mask and shit.
Yeah,
It's like
of course, yeah.
Like even that, I still don't think it's gonna be until end of 2022.
Yeah,
it's like so when this shit happened, I thought we were gonna be on lockdown for at least a minimum of a year straight, and then 2. Like I didn't even think we'd be able to be open the way we are right now. Yeah. So that's just like that.
We locked back down again. Was it December or some shit like that?
Well, no, it was we were about to. Remember, like they kept saying like we were about because then my job never shut back down.
Oh no, mine did though. Yeah. Oh, I think it was the city closed down.
Yeah, it was only like it was it was major hotspots. It was the major hotspots that had to re-lock down. Yeah. So we were good up here. I was hoping we locked the fuck back down. I was ready to go back inside, but
well, here we are.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I think it's gonna be a pretty good fucking year.
Yeah, it'll be good. It's gonna be a fun year.
I mean, hey, and we're going to the Weeknd concert next year. This time, like this time next year, we'll be at the Weeknd concert, getting fucking turned the fuck up. Like,
that's a fact,
and weed's legal. And we're gonna be seeing him in New York.
I'm smoking
City.
so much marijuana.
Bro, we are gonna be so fucking high at that concert.
This is after hours, kids.
Nah, that's even better though. Think about it like this. Like think about it like this. Like when we started this podcast, we had to be like careful to say like we can't say like we're high right now and we're doing the podcast shit like that because it's not legal in New York. But now it's like fuck it. I'm about to light up a blunt right now on this podcast. You know what I mean? Like we can do whatever the fuck we want now. Bro. Like again, thank you to all the accusers of Cuomo. You guys are. If we can get one more, we can get tinted windows to be legal in New York. Okay, we just need to keep putting the foot on this nigga's like neck.
Period.
That hookah last night though, mixing it with weed, got me so high.
Me too.
Yo, same.
Yo.
It got me so high.
You know, but it was like my whole body.
Yeah. It was nice.
That's why when you guys were outside chasing Tulip, I had to go on the couch. I was like, I need to lay down for a quick fucking second.
That felt so good though.
Yeah, like I didn't feel sick or anything last night. Like there wasn't a point where I was like too drunk where I was like, oh my god, I can't.
Up
like,
until the very end.
Nice. Yeah, the end. But that was...
Nobody cares about the end of the story. Okay, it was how you got. It was about the journey, not the destination.
Well, I know Tulip was fed up with my shit because I kept going upstairs and bringing him down to you guys.
That's probably why he didn't want to sleep with you. He was like, I'm fucking tired of you.
Bro, that nigga slept with me all night.
It's facts. He thinks something I read.
Yeah, no, that shit. That shit. It's just too awesome that like.
You know, the best times with your friends are always the ones that are unplanned.
Y'all find it weird that our governor apparently has like nipple rings?
He does?
Yeah.
Apparently Cuomo's got like nipple rings.
Hey man, live your best life, bro. I'm not gonna judge you.
I mean, like live your. That's a little weird. I mean,
you know, it doesn't affect me. I guess like live your best. I'm gonna judge you. You know, as a man.
I guess I personally don't get men who get nipple piercings.
Well, if you're, I mean, I don't know.
Beans, if you here, we have a girl here, so it's not going to sound too bad. Beans, if you were like hooking up with a guy, right? Everything's good. You know, he meets you at the bar, picks you up, all that shit, whatever. Everything's good. And he takes his shirt off and he has 2 nipple rings. What's your initial reaction to it? Because your face is saying you're not even comfortable.
I would think
that's unattractive.
I mean, I think he's gay because I feel like usually.
But not even like if you're gay or whatever. Like it's not about that. It's just like. Well, if you're gay, do whatever you want. I don't give a shit. But I'm just speaking as like a straight male. Like, like how do you like? What is the appeal of getting your nipples pierced?
It's not for me.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I can even understand if it was like like the little studs and shit. But like, what if it was like the rings? Like that's even weirder. You know what I mean?
Neither of them are okay.
No, neither are okay. But it's even weirder if it's like.
It's crazy. I'm also I don't really care to get my ears pierced either. Like I don't really care for that as a man.
I would because I know I look sexy as shit with it.
Yeah, you would actually.
Yeah, but it's because I'm like light skinned. Like anything Drake does, I can basically pull off.
I just don't want no piercings in my body. I just don't like piercings.
Ever?
I'm probably gonna get my ears pierced eventually.
I'll never get nothing my body pierced.
You know, I really wanted to like. I think like to what we were talking about in the other episode. About like, when you're a kid and you see like your favorite artist getting a Grammy or your favorite actor getting an Oscar. Like, there's always gonna be certain shit that like, because I grew up seeing it all the time. It's kind of what I always wanted. So for me, it's like things like jewelry. Like, you know what I mean? Like I have some, I wear some. You know what I mean? But it's like, but there's certain specific shit I've always wanted. You know what I mean? Like I've always wanted like a real like diamond out Cuban linked, chain. I've always wanted like a rope chain. You know what I mean? Shit that I've seen rappers have growing up. So for me, like the night, like it's all gonna depend on what kind. But like to me, like when I like growing up seeing guys like Wayne, Lil Wayne with like the big nice diamond ass iced out earrings, I'm like, I want that shit. And the fact that I see niggas like Drake do it, where it's like, okay, well I'm like gonna look like him, I can pull it off. Like then I might as well get it.
For me, Michael has like. Because the only jewelry I really wear is watches. So when I see niggas with like the nice, like there are some that I feel like are over the top.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but there's some like nice watches out there like that they cost them like obviously $100,000. But like, I need that in my life. Like those shits.
Oh yeah. No, like trust me, like that's the one. Like that's probably the only real jewelry I'm gonna go crazy on if I ever make it. Is
I'm
really just
watches.
Watches
and shoes. I'm gonna have mad watches, mad shoes. Like.
Good thing I've never been a shoe guy.
I kind of am.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. Like, I am a little bit, but like, I try to push myself away from it because I'm just too broke for it. So, you know what I'm saying? But like, if I get rich, like,
I'm the opposite.
I'm buying all the shoes I've always wanted to buy.
See, I'm the opposite. I kind of am in the sense of I want to, but I just don't really be following up with a lot of the shoes. So I don't really be getting a lot of it. But trust me, like, once I got money, trust me, I'm
getting all the Jordans.
Yeah. But I'm also not going to be one of those niggas that, like, gets a nice ass pair of shoes, wears them once to be out, and then like puts them away. Like, nah, nigga, I'm wearing that shit till it's fucking dirty.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's right. It's just $45. The most comfortable shoes I've ever owned.
Yeah. These were my nice shoes, and that's how I wear them the worst, and now they're more of my work shoes. But
these are my everyday shoes. Just go out, go places.
Yeah. But
I feel you.
Yeah, life's life's alright.
You have good piercing beans. You have good earrings. They're nice. You're welcome.
Yeah, your piercings actually works. Even like your nose piercing, like not a lot of people can pull that off, and like you actually do.
I agree.
Oh, thanks.
You should get eyebrow piercing.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, that'd be over the top. You know the only piercing I've never found attractive on anybody ever. The only one I've never liked is the Monroes. Like when people get like the piercing just like right here, like on the bottom of their lip or like the upper lip.
Or like right here.
Yeah, like I don't
like
for
those.
some reason like piercings around the mouth just don't work.
Yeah. I don't like eyebrow piercings or lip piercings. I like tongue piercings, but they're really bad for your teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The only one at least the only person I've seen that pulled it off, so I'm okay with. Like Eva has the same type that you have like in your nose, but in like the upper mouth. But she actually pulls it off. Like when she smiles, it looks mad nice. Like it actually works. So you know what I mean? Like again, any piercing can work on a person.
It hurts. That would hurt to get that piercing. Oh nah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want a piercing. I just don't want to deal with the pain. Like I'll get a tattoo all day.
That's why like my ear
piercing pain.
That's why the ears I would do because they wouldn't bother because I feel like the pain in my ear I could handle for like a day or two. But if I was like
no, but the piercing pain is like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's not for me. I can't. Just something being just injecting in my body. Nah, I just can't do it, bro.
The only reason I think I haven't committed to the earring yet is just because like I know like when you first get them like you have to keep them in for like a certain amount of time and then you have to constantly clean it and shit before it gets infected. And I've seen some people where like I've seen just people who didn't like one day they just went out too quick to go to work and they didn't have time to clean it and then that shit just looks like you could tell like the effect it has. So I'm like, nah, I gotta be in the right state of like not being lazy for a week or having work or something like. I gotta be able to have time to be like, all right, I'm gonna clean this shit right now.
Yeah, take care of it. I feel you.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't know about you, but you know what I mean? Like, I've had a bitch with nipple piercings before.
I fuck with them personally.
They're a little overrated. I don't like the taste of pennies in my mouth.
Yeah, man,
shut up.
I
what? It's the truth.
I fuck with them personally.
It's true. I'm sorry that would. All right, whatever. We're really gonna get.
I get what you're saying, but I personally, I fuck with it.
Okay.
Personally.
You guys can taste the metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it. If I didn't taste the metal, I wouldn't have a problem with it. It's the fact that it's like, oh, sex, and now it's like, oh, pennies in my mouth.
I don't know. No person are sexy to me. So I you know what I'm saying? I fuck with it. I don't know. I just don't know how it's gonna work out. How does it work out if a girl has a baby? Like, do they take it out?
You take them out.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That
makes sense.
Duh. That's the same if she has her belly button pierced and she has a baby. You take it out.
Oh,
yeah.
Now there's some nice belly button piercings.
That really died out. That trend really, I feel like died out.
The belly button.
Yeah. I feel like I don't see any like it's just like the newer generation of the girls.
Yeah,
like I don't see a lot of girls like getting their belly buttons pierced. Mm. But I remember like growing up, like every bitch wanted their belly button pierced. Like
every bitch did.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
See?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
see,
it's so crazy. I mean, On the bright side, though, I guess that's not a bad trend for our generation. Because, like, think about it, the generation before us was, like, tramp stamps.
Yeah.
If you really had a tramp stamp when you got it when it was popular, and now you have one, it's like...
That sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Life sucks.
Like, at least if you had a belly button piercing, it's like, and it's not the trend anymore, you just take it out.
Life sucks.
That's it. Like, that's it. Like, it doesn't affect you anymore. You get a tramp stamp, it's like...
We gotta get that laser removed, probably. That's gonna cost mad money. It's gonna hurt even worse. Nah, it's not even worth all that.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. That's so crazy.
Man. You know, I don't really care for dimple piercings.
Yeah, I don't get that. The dermals, they just like go in your skin.
Cause I like dimples just how they are. Putting a piercing on them is...
You know, this is what annoys me about people who get... Here's the thing, though. Like, it wouldn't bother me if, like, any of us got it in the sense of, like, none of us really have defined dimples like that.
Yeah.
What annoys me is that people that get that are always people with, like, just such great dimples that it's like, no, rock that shit naturally.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, not everybody has dimples that show like
that's
that.
That's a
like,
fact,
and then
bro.
you just put, like, a whole big... I mean... Listen, at this point, nothing's stupider than putting a diamond in your fucking forehead. So, you know, as long as nobody pulls a Uzi, like...
Yo, that's crazy, bro. He spent, that shit was $24 million to get that shit implanted in his forehead. A diamond?
You didn't see that?
$24 million.
Wait.
He got it implanted.
You didn't know that little
forehead.
Uzi got a pink diamond in his head.
He said it took him 4 years to pay it off.
Yo, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, go look it up. Look up a picture of him with that shit in.
Yo, it's so ugly. No offense, Uzi. That shit ugly, bro.
I mean, it's an all offense. That shit
What
is
was
ugly.
the
Like,
point? What was the point?
exactly.
I couldn't tell you either.
How does he like just like do things like?
Bro, here's the
I
thing.
couldn't tell you either.
And they already said it has to be surgically removed. Meaning, if Alan ran up on Uzi and just yanked that diamond out of his head, he'd die.
That's facts.
So what's the point?
You literally put a $24 million bounty on your whole head. Like, literally did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like someone. Yeah.
That's crazy. You know, he has good security.
I just hate that.
Yeah, he's also a good dude, so I feel like people, you know, obviously niggas are robbing niggas. You know,
No, I give him credit because I even saw an update recently about, like, I don't know if you've ever seen that viral video of that went around of Uzi, of the kid coming up to him and being like, "Hey, Uzi, pay for my tuition," like jokingly, and Uzi was like, "All right, you in school? If you keep your grades up, you graduate, like, I'll pay for your shit." And apparently, like, I remember like people were saying, "Oh, did he ever really do it?" And then the kid gave an update actually like a few months ago, I think, where he was saying like, he's like, "Yeah, like no, like I'm still finishing school, so it's like once I finish school, like he's gonna pay like all my shit," and I really respect that. I love that. Like, you know, I really like Uzi as a person.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
As a person, I think he's mad funny. I think there's something about him that is like, you know, we see certain celebrities.
He just seems a little like an innocent kid.
Yeah, like there's certain people you see where it's like their attitudes and the way they come across is like, something about you just don't feel right with me. Yeah. But Uzi's like is always the opposite of that, where it's like there's something about him that's like I can't define what it is, but there's something about him that's just like I really fuck with him. Like he comes across as good. So like if you were like something about paying, you know, that kid's tuition, like that's just an awesome thing to do for somebody.
That's why I want to have like mad money, just to do shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I wish a nigga would come up to me like, "Yo, you want your tuition paid? Say less." I'm like,
yeah.
Shit, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I think this is a pretty good after hours pod. Thank you guys so much for listening, even to this point. You know, I get why people were listening to the other ones because, you know, we're talking about some real shit, but this is like very laid back. So this is really for the fans of the show.
For the culture.
Yeah, for the culture. Do what did Ruben used to say? Do it for the community. We're doing it for the community. Doing it for the community. Shout out to Ruben.
And shout out to Beans for being here, especially.
Word, thank you, Beans, so much for being on this episode.
You know?
No, thank you for being on. It's just awesome to have like. It's fun starting to have guests on. You know what I mean? Like, because like our rapport and camaraderie is like so like, we're used to it. Yeah, we're used to it at this point. We've worked on it for the pod, so like it's just good to always throw in the mix of just having somebody else's perspective and shit like that. But yeah, so, you know, guys, we'll have another episode for you soon. And, because it probably won't come out for like a few days after we post it, because we got other ones to post.
I do concur.
I do declare. Michael, you can't just declare bankruptcy. Alright, but thank you guys so much for listening. Until next time, on some nerd stuff, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.